I'm sorry.
Please, do not strain yourself.
A wealthy man who had lost his wife married a woman who had 2 daughters. This woman was known for her pride and vanity, and her daughters had inherited the same traits from her. The man also had a daughter from his first wife, a kind-hearted, patient, and beautiful girl who closely resembled her late mother in character and dignity. Before long, the stepmother realized that her husband's daughter was more beautiful, more polite, and more lovable than her own daughters. Jealousy took root in her heart, and she decided to make life miserable for her. She forced the girl to work from morning until night. She had to wash the dishes, sweep the rooms, make the beds, wash the clothes, and do all the household chores. The 2 stepsisters lived in luxurious rooms, had large mirrors, wore elegant clothes, and spent hours attending to their appearance. But the poor girl slept in the attic and wore old, worn-out clothes. After finishing her daily chores, she would sit beside the kitchen fireplace. One day, news spread throughout the kingdom.
The prince has decided to hold a magnificent ball. All noble families are invited. The prince is going to choose his future wife.
When the invitation arrived at the house, the 2 stepsisters could hardly contain their excitement. They immediately began planning their outfits and
I
appearances.
chose this one. I will wear a silk dress.
Days were spent preparing. Tailors and hairdressers came and went. Throughout this time, Cinderella was forced to help them. Even the stepsisters trusted her taste.
Which fabric do you think is more beautiful?
I think this one is much better.
At last, the night of the ball arrived. The 2 stepsisters climbed into their carriage wearing expensive dresses and set off for the palace. When they left, silence filled the house. Cinderella, who had spent the entire day watching their excitement, could no longer hide her feelings. She sat down and cried. At that very moment, her fairy godmother appeared.
Why are you crying?
I wish I could go to the ball.
Your wish will come true. She then asked her to go into the garden and bring back the largest pumpkin. Cinderella did so. The fairy godmother touched the pumpkin with her magic wand, and instantly it transformed into a magnificent golden carriage. With a single wave of her wand, the mice turned into 6 beautiful horses. Next, she turned several lizards into elegantly dressed servants. But one problem still remained. Cinderella could not attend the ball wearing her old clothes. In an instant, the worn-out clothes disappeared and were replaced by a dazzling gown. The fairy godmother gave her a pair of glass slippers. They were so delicate that no one had ever seen anything like them.
Remember to return before midnight. If you are even 1 minute late, all this magic will disappear.
When the carriage arrived at the palace, everyone was astonished. The servants opened the doors. The musicians paused their playing for a moment. The king was amazed when he saw her. The queen praised her beauty and grace. But more than anyone else, the prince was captivated. He immediately went to greet her, took her hand. Throughout the evening, the prince hardly left her side. He danced with her. He spoke with her. He listened to her. Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She said goodbye to the prince and left the palace. Cinderella arrived home just before midnight.
I have never seen such a woman before. That woman was very beautiful.
Cinderella pretended not to know anything and listened to their stories with interest. The ball continued on the following night as well. This time, Cinderella went to the palace again. The prince was delighted to see her and paid even more attention to her than before. The 2 spent a long time talking together. Suddenly, she heard the clock strike. When she looked at the clock, she saw that only a few moments remained before midnight. The prince followed after her, but he could not catch up. In her hurried escape, One of Cinderella's glass slippers slipped off her foot and remained on the palace steps. The prince picked it up. All attempts to find the mysterious girl were unsuccessful. The only clue was that glass slipper. Therefore, a proclamation was issued throughout the kingdom. Every young woman must try on the slipper. Whoever the slipper fit perfectly would become the prince's wife. The royal messengers went from house to house. At last, they arrived at Cinderella's home. The two stepsisters eagerly tried on the slipper. One tried to force her foot into it. She could not. The other tried as well.
May I try on that slipper too?
Yes, of course, miss. Please, come in and have a seat.
Cinderella sat down and put on the slipper. The slipper fit her foot perfectly. Then she took out the second slipper, which she had kept with her, and placed it on her other foot.
That's impossible. It can't be true. We are truly sorry.
Cinderella forgave them. Shortly afterward, she married the prince and began a new life.